The gifted family, a brand new chapter. Greatness in our DNA, cause family matters.
What's up, gifted family? And we're back with another episode, part 2. Yep, part 2.
Part 2. You're back.
But if y'all haven't watched part 1, go back.
Yeah, y'all need to go
back.
back.
Yeah,
And
you
watch
gotta go
that.
back to catch up.
Yeah.
So what you want them to do on YouTube, since it's going to be on YouTube, you want them to like what?
Comment.
Subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
So back to the previous episode.
Where we left off.
But yeah, so boom, we was talking about babies flying everywhere, everybody was all on the floor, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if y'all don't know, like we said, it was great leading up to Christmas, even up to a certain time of the night, and then it got chaotic.
You know, that felt like a long day.
It did.
It did.
Okay. And I'm thoroughly. Okay.
It was early.
It
It was early. It was real early.
I was real
So-
sick up in that room.
So I mean, I can have my take on it, but I just want everybody to elaborate on how they felt about the whole situation, and honestly, how they felt about the situation, about everything. I mean, this is the place. It ain't the red table talk. It's the talk where you talk. You know what I'm
It's
talking
a
about?
gifted talk.
Yeah, it's that gifted family.
I'll start the talk.
So Tony, go ahead.
Okay.
Alright. So like, I'm gonna give a quick synopsis. So from the last episode, we stopped John talking about babies flying, all that stuff. But we gonna start for real. Okay, so like, we was having a good time.
Playing game. You gotta get it.
Yeah.
We gotta get
Yeah.
into it.
Layla even went to the store to buy the
Let's
game.
talk
to
about
play
it.
at home.
Wait, pause. Not to cut you
Like, it's
off,
gonna
though.
snow.
Not to cut you off, but pause. No store was open, like you said. No store was open. The only store that was open was Walgreens and CVS. You know how much that stuff costs?
Shut up.
For real, like
She
it was like $6 for straws.
And Layla spent her hard-earned dollars.
On some games.
Yes, just so we can have a good time, and it was greatly appreciated.
Alright. I wasn't there, but alright.
Yeah, we had a good time with the games. But I guess the situation just leads into that situation of the games leads into the next situation. Again, it was kind of like us being put into a situation that we had no knowledge about, and that we asked about multiple times, like, hey, who's coming? And the reason is, it's like those things where, like families try to sweep things under the rug, like things didn't happen. So like they think that just because they feel a certain way and they want to sweep it under the rug, that everybody else gonna feel the exact same way.
Sweep it on the rug like
But
that.
it's certain things that you can like get away with, and you can say, you know what, such and such might have, even if somebody like maybe they stole a picture or something, like that's small things. Like you can be like, you know what, we family, I understood, you might have been on hard times, whatever. Even it's money, it is what it is. But certain things, especially things like with dealing with kids, like doing
like
something wrong.
pedophilia.
Yeah, it can be abuse, pedophilia, anything like that. Like that's a no
Because
for
it's
us
a
in our
big thing.
book.
Why would you sweep that under the rug like nothing happened?
Yeah.
That's
Correct.
weird.
And not only that, we have kids attending.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Not
That-
just one, two,
right.
multiple.
That we love and care about, and like that's a no in our book. Like we not tolerating that on any day. And it seemed like that's like an old like generational curse thing that's like keep being passed down. It seemed like people just can't break that curse to say no is no.
Right.
Fact.
Right. So
And
that's
it's okay
kind of,
to say like, oh yeah, no, you can't come, or it's okay to
It's
say
the same
no
thing.
in moments.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just have to.
right. And it wasn't, and it's not really just about like our feelings. It's feelings in general.
Correct.
Just because some people are gonna be like not gonna say anything and not gonna speak out doesn't mean that it's right to do
Right.
it. You still have to respect people and their feelings.
Correct.
People may not want their kids around
Right.
certain
Exactly.
people.
And I feel like not only that, but like if people knew like if this person was an abuser or like he was a pedophile or like other than us, if they knew, I feel like it's kind of like how you clutch your purse when you know somebody's a robber.
Right.
Right.
Right. Make you grab the kids a
Kids,
little bit
yeah.
closer. Like, but nobody
But you
should
shouldn't
have to be
have
put in that place,
Exactly.
right?
Why should they think of this supposed to be a family event? Everybody's supposed to feel comfortable. Why do people have to think about it in the first place?
It's like common sense things.
Right.
You should already know if this person ain't been around in years, it's probably a reason.
Right.
Right.
And if you don't discuss this with all parties that's gonna be there, then how they feel, do they feel comfortable? Even like, why not just say what it is? If you bring it up, then at least we can address this so you'll know how everything is gonna kind of play out.
I feel like everybody's been in situations where you know that you don't want to talk to this person, or you don't want to bring this person on. You might have them friends, like, okay, I don't mix friends, or like, you don't want to mix friends because
Right.
some friends don't be like
The energy is gonna be
everybody
weird.
has that
Right.
type, no matter what
Right.
race. You know, like, okay, I want to do this, or
Yeah.
like, so you know, you should take every time you get a gut feeling, or you know, like, just take into consideration, which I'm pretty sure lots of people do, other than others.
Right.
Which comes to family again. Like, family should care about how you feel, regardless.
So I mean, you have any more to elaborate on?
Right.
And then,
You
know,
telling the
you
whole
can-
story.
No.
Nah.
I just wanted to kind of give a synopsis. That was my elaboration that you got to take into consideration of how everybody is going to feel in whatever the situation is.
Right.
So how did you feel about the situation? Like, cause I mean, I want people to understand that, like, this is nothing by force. Your parents don't never put y'all up to do nothing. Y'all have your own mind and your own thoughts. So y'all could elaborate and be honest. To be honest with the people. You know how you feel about the whole situation.
Okay, so you said be honest. How about
Yeah.
Okay, so honestly, I just feel like it did start way in the beginning, just because like they said they asked her, but like I asked twice for a fact. I asked in the morning, and then I asked her the night when she was in the kitchen cooking. Everybody was sleeping. So I just feel like the first time I got the answer, which was the night, I feel like maybe she kind of told me without telling me.
So you were asking like who's gonna be
coming.
Who's gonna be
Who's
attending?
coming? Who's attending,
Yeah,
basically.
but I kept kind of like, nudging to see, because, I'm just trying to see. And it wasn't like I wasn't looking for nobody. It's like, because I was like, okay, yeah, that wasn't mine. I'm just trying to see who actually
Was
gave me
coming.
right. So she told me, she was like, everybody's coming. And I was like, who is everybody? And she said everybody that usually like that would have come. So, but then when I asked her in the morning, she was like, who come in, or like just the normal, But it was like a little more that night. So I feel like maybe she kind of said it without saying it. I just didn't realize it. But then again, I'm not looking for that.
You just asking to be asking.
Exactly. So I just felt like maybe it was something there. But not only that, though, once again, you still kind of knew your intentions, because you should be getting tired to ask the same question. And, there's nothing wrong with being honest. And not only that, but, that could have been avoided multiple ways, because you have, like, you just, you know your family, you know your son, you know everybody. So with that being said,
and it's not something that's not talked about. Like,
right,
it's talked about. Like, it's just a known thing. Like, something you don't have to talk about every day, but it's a known thing.
Correct.
Especially when the people or whatever isn't even around.
And once again, like, they asked because they had a reason and they knew. I just was just asking, but for it to be asked so
it's to
many times,
avoid a situation.
correct,
That's
right.
what it was.
And it's really, and you never said specifically like who was coming to me. You never said specifically. Now
So this, not to cut you off, I'm gonna let you talk again. But that's what I be saying. How like people won't know God if God was in front of them, right? So for months I have asked. Not only I have asked, my dad asked. Now this child asks. So it's like, now where is your godly instinct to say, you know what? Why is everybody asking me the same thing?
question.
Right.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying?
And not only that, but like when people ask, we don't expect a broad answer. Like, okay, we could be asking, okay, is our cousins coming? Which cousin's coming? Is
Right.
example, for instance, is Chloe coming? Is she
Yeah.
not coming?
And
Like,
it's really about being a good host. Like,
correct.
Yeah.
that's what
Right.
you're doing as a good host, to make
Correct.
sure everybody feels comfortable.
Take that in mind, and not only that, but it's just like, you know, he gave her a hug, whatever the case may be. And not
For
only
benefit
that,
of the doubt, because it's Christmas, right?
correct. Now I
Right.
say not only that though, it was good energy. Like, you don't want the party to be bad energy. You want
And people notice, especially our family. They'll notice literally why is it like that? Like,
standoffish,
yeah,
or like,
any
and
little thing.
And that was my
Shift
husband,
the
like,
energy.
just trying to, like, do the right thing. Like, me,
Correct.
on the other
for
hand,
everybody's sake, because it's just the fact that, like,
yeah.
if somebody has negative energy or it's just a bad like cloud over them, and then the other person is not bad energy, but it's just like it's still like they're not talking, you're gonna feel that,
And
because
it makes the energy.
your energy
Yeah.
is like, okay, I didn't expect this, so why should I'ma just give bad energy because they got bad energy? Then it's everybody got bad energy,
Yeah.
right? And that's not how we went in thinking like that.
Correct.
We went in to be as a
and
family
have fun.
and have
But
fun.
again, these people were not invited.
These people were
Well,
invited.
well, maybe they
They
were
were
invited.
invited.
We just didn't
They
know
know
they
they
were
were
invited. But it
Yeah.
wasn't fair to us
Even though
because,
we knew the mom was invited.
yeah, we knew that.
So,
But
I mean,
it
what
wasn't
you-
fair to us because we traveled, we helped prepare and like get everything together
Yeah,
and buy stuff and
Exactly.
everything.
Exactly. And didn't enjoy none of it.
Right.
So, I mean, you were sick, Bubby, and
But
you
what was
can't.
your take?
Yeah, what's your take?
Okay, so y'all, I was upstairs, you know them crackers, and drinking my little water, and then all of a sudden, cause I was on the phone, and then all of a sudden, like it got straightened all of a sudden, and it was just like, wait, what was that?
It got started. She
It
just
got-
heard like
No,
loud noise.
it and everything, and I heard something break. It was just like, what was that? So I
Correct.
hurried up and got up, and I said, and then I heard people yelling. So I'm like, oh, so they must like something must be happening right now. So I hurried up, got downstairs, and then not all the way downstairs. I was at the top of the stairs, and then all I seen was them, my mom, and then.
And there was just commotion going on.
Yeah, it was just a lot going on, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like I didn't know what to think in that moment. I was just like, "Bro, I'm gonna do anything. I don't care
I
if my
don't
mom
know.
was like."
Yeah.
So yeah, and that sickness.
And that's
came
why
on
she
me
saw. So
fast.
basically, she just saw the end because she had already been upstairs.
No,
sick.
I saw the middle, like the little.
Yeah, but we saying you saw the end is because you've been
Yeah.
upstairs most of the
So
day.
you can see
Yeah.
what was leading to
Yeah.
it and
So your daddy probably has a more in depth like take because this isn't just like this day for him. This is like a built up thing for him. This is things that's just been like little things that's made him feel the way he feels now. It's been a build up for his whole life basically.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, like I said, the family thing. You know what I'm saying? Her side come from that old slave trade, whatever mentality. You know, I was never liked. I'm gonna put it out there. You know what I'm saying? I was never liked by my grandmother. You can, go take me to court, dispute or whatever, but it is what it is. Because you don't like my father. I get it. All right, boom. Started when I was young. Boom. At that time, my mom still never defended me.
And it was young, like really, like
I'm talking like 4
Yeah,
and a half,
like
5.
an innocent child.
Right. Okay, boom. I get older. It is what it is. I recognize it. I know what it is. Get older. She still ain't got my back to this day. So we never had a strong relationship as a mother and son based off of I just know the difference of treatment and I call you out on that. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, that happens, but then I make a decision for myself that that's not the way I want to decide to live. I don't want to be the person running to the casket at the funeral, and I wish I could have did more. So I changed that and decided to go the opposite way in spite of. And that's why I say people take your love and your kindness for granted based off of thinking that's the way it's supposed to be when they know on they end they never been keeping up the same bargain or energy. So anyway, that led up to that. It's all it's been that situation, but once again, people don't like to hold themselves accountable for the things they do or be honest with themselves. But anyway, I'm gonna lead up to Christmas night. So we had a situation that happened in 2019, the whole 19. was ridiculous. Dealt with it, you know what I'm saying? It was over. Thought it was over, but as time progressed, this other individual kept getting in situations and using me as the scapegoat when I have no ties to them. Okay, so boom, time
Maybe
goes
you
on.
should give them a little bit on the 2019, like, kind of like just touch of what happened.
So 2019, pretty much a pedophilia situation happened, and the only people was there that stood up for the kid was my family, pretty much. Nobody had her back. Her father's deceased.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And and this is a real story, and women or young ladies out there who can relate to this story, y'all chime in, tune in, tell y'all story so the people could get it.
Where like
To
you
hear
get
y'all
discredited,
story.
like it's not true.
so
Right.
the parent discredited her, you know what I'm saying, and chose
the man
instead of the
Her
child.
own child. Yes.
Once again, it's a generational curse because that happened to her as well. I was a witness. So it just continued the cycle, but just so happened this child had somebody here for her to stand up for her. So that created the friction.
Right.
That created the friction from the beginning. From that point on, it was friction. Boom. Once again, everybody had their own agenda, of what and how and where and when and all that.
But they in states away.
Yeah, they in states away. Nobody's here but us. That's it.
Yep.
They can tell their side or whatever, but at the end of the day, nobody was there visually seeing what was going on, and nobody was hands-on going on, and nobody put in to do what was right.
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 Except us.
Mm-hmm.
So
fast forward now to Christmas. This is
5
years later.
5 years later. Boom. So as my daughter stated, pretty much, I seen her. Now keep in mind, the honesty, it is what it is. They wasn't together. Boom. Okay, so
This was your cousin, right?
Yeah, this is my cousin. I'm not even thinking that anybody's with her because they're not together. So boom. Like they said, keep the energy going. Everybody having a good time. Okay, boom. I'm gonna see it. Deuces, keep it moving. But at the time, I seen the energy shift. I seen the whole wave of the energy just go left. Like really left. And I'm like, man, something wrong. And I'm just thinking like, man, what could have happened like that? But once again, this is why I say nobody cares. Because at the end of the day, what made y'all feel like it was all right? You see what I'm saying? Like, it don't even matter if no matter who's seen them or whatever the case may be, but at the end of the day, that one person out of all y'all people knew from months
The person's energy
in advance.
Knew
better.
Yeah.
Right.
Knew better.
Yeah.
That's why I don't hold nobody else accountable but that one person, because guess what? I know she talks to that other person down there every day.
Mm-hmm.
So I know, even if you say you didn't know, you knew before I knew.
Yeah.
Right.
So you still could have been like, man, look, this ain't this, blah, 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 blah.
Correct.
Yeah.
But you choose not to do that.
Being a host, being that this is your residence, like,
It's your house, right?
right, we gonna say,
You
you
let
know what?
people come,
Not gonna happen.
let people come disrespect your home and bring that type of energy to your home.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And when somebody do otherwise, they wrong for that. No, because you know what? People noticing that those people don't care.
And people will only do what you allow.
Exactly.
Right. And as parents, like, your main objective is, like, number one, making sure that your kid, your family, it don't matter how old your child is,
Exactly.
that they feel comfortable in whatever it is environment. You shouldn't put them into anything that they don't have a
And
choice
not
or
only that,
unaware of.
Correct. Not only that, you don't really see them. They coming to see you.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So, we having a great time. It's just phenomenal. And for me, I checks on my daughter, I come back.
Oh, that's when he had came to my room and he was like, you okay? But
And I'm in the moment, like, I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what it was. Because, like, you know, it was just the energy at that time. Again, it just was the energy. And then he had left.
And then I went back downstairs to host, but we took a little break. But when I came around the corner, I see this
Gentleman.
I see this predator is in my mom's kitchen, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, what you doing here? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it really wasn't no words.
But it really wasn't no words, but you know what I'm saying? From there, I just took off.
Yeah.
I just took off and cut up.
But they was already warned because I already knew, so the energy shifted because I already know
Correct.
how we feel. And my husband, as the leader of this family, the king of this family, the gifted family, is going to make sure that we feel okay at every
Exactly.
moment.
But she knew
that.
She knew.
So I even grabbed to say, hey,
to the side.
to say, hey, you need to get them out.
And I know she didn't say I'm rude.
No.
Yeah, she's so sweet. I know.
It's like, you know.
Yeah.
And it was more like
And
a
then
word
it just
and
turned.
concern.
Yeah, like you need to get him because I already know this is about to go left if my husband sees this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what are you talking about? And everybody kind of turned around and like looked at me like,
No, she didn't
I
say
had
what
horns.
she talking about. What she said.
She said, who? What you talking about?
Who said that? My mama?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's like, who? And then that's when I said the person name, and that's when everybody turned around and looked, and then it was like, this not y'all's. Then before you know it, my husband, just what I said and I was trying to avoid was around the corner.
But once again, it's the hand that has been forced. So you cannot get mad at a person if they are reacting crazy or they're acting calmly because you forced that hand to do whatever.
That didn't have to happen in the beginning. Because just avoided it.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
If you, like, but for that.
And what's funny is like they knew that this situation shouldn't have happened for number one because this person is what we've been told was sitting in the car for like hours.
So and I didn't even know that. So if you knew that from the beginning, why you didn't do it from the beginning? So
when you walked in.
Exactly.
When you welcomed them in, then that's when they seem like, oh, it's okay, his guard is down. But really, yeah, my guard is on because again, we back to family.
Yeah,
this is family that I love. We gonna get past this. Don't worry about it. We gonna, like we can talk. It's things that we can talk about and get past as family.
Not even if you're a grandchild, even if you're like, everybody feeds off of energy.
Yes.
Whether you know or not. It don't matter how old you are. If you're trying to have fun, they're going to want to enjoy it too. And they're going to have fun too.
Yeah. So then that's when he let his guard down, that was kind of it. Now everyone is like, okay,
they want to take advantage of the situation. It's Christmas, everybody having a good time. This is a great time to approach whatever.
That was the worst time to approach. But I could think of where's the mentality in that? I'm sorry, but no, that was.
But I turned that corner and it was chaotic. I mean, I snap, crapple, and pop that ass. And I'm not lying, like I had to do what I had to do because it was a build up. And the reason why it had to happen, because everybody in that building had to take their masks off. Because guess what? I was going to get it all out. And guess what? Once I got it all out, everybody had to get it all out.
Yeah.
So once they got it all out, now it showed everybody face.
And that's good. And that's good. Even though it didn't happen like it was good, but when you think back about it, it's good because
now you see everybody for who they are.
Right. Sometimes you have individuals that don't understand it when it's coming from you because it's not them. Mm-hmm. So when it comes out of their mouths, even though some people still might not understand, it's like.
But they do. They just don't want to understand your perspective. That's all it is. They don't want to. It's nothing that we did or said that wasn't like justified. Right. It was justified. And everybody should feel like this.
Exactly.
Nobody should tolerate a pedophile around kids.
Exactly.
Right? That whole 2019, that situation, okay, they let it go. You know what?
Long as they ain't around us, and long as the child was okay.
Right.
And once I was able to breathe and knew that she was okay, because once she left us, she still wasn't okay because her grandparent had the same situation in her household. Right. That she wasn't allowed to be there.
Right.
So, but once I felt safe enough to where she made her own decisions, she created her own family, she excelled, and she's in a place where somebody really loves her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, okay, I ain't got nothing to tell y'all. Boom, it's over, it's done, whatever. But then after that, like I said, turn that corner, then boom, all hell broke loose. I mean,
it's been a build up. So that situation was over, but the person is still in that light. Like they're still doing things behind the scenes when they get in trouble using my husband's name and that sort of thing.
And then that was the whole reason for the snap, crack, and pop situation. So I mean, like I said, man, I mean, we about to get into the final finale of it where the babies was flying and people all outside rolling all over the ground and the whole crib. Man, it was just it was just broken TVs. It was wild. So y'all just make sure y'all stay in tune to the third part, because the final part, and we gonna let y'all know how this thing ended. And stay tuned, baby.
Stay tuned.